Hello everyone and welcome to the Crown Royal Truck Series here at Mesa Marin. It is the Coors Light 250 at Mesa Marin. Starting on pole though is Jefferson, the 48 team. They've had a pretty strong start to the season, sitting 4th in the point standings right now. Their starting position, an average of 10th. So this team very good in qualifying, very good at the end of races. He has been there in almost every one of them. But alongside him, the driver who got his first top 5 finish in just under a year in his entire NSDCA career. But it's been 2 years since he last finished in the top 5 until last week at Las Vegas. Peter Onjak starts second, a great performance for Onjado this week. DJ Gibson starts third, but Larry Hagen is behind the wheel of this number 84. Jake Galloway is out for the rest of the West Coast sweep after that vicious crash at Las Vegas last week. Riley Spurleytube, his teammate, still in it, but Riley starting very far in the field, very far back. Larry Hagen, though, 4th, looking to impress his team boss, Jefferson. Jose Perez, last week's winner, starts 5th, but Tim Foster in 6th. Onjado coming out swinging at the short tracks today. They got a 2nd and 6th starting spot. Austin Murray 7th, the fan favorite for this race. A very strong 88 truck, and Mid-South Automotive very good on the short tracks. In 8th, Gatlin Downey, Rockstar Energy Racing, won the Dr. Pepper Dash Series race earlier this weekend. He's looking to sweep the weekend for him. And Stephen Wallace Jr. in his first start this season. Last time he was on track, it was at the Duels, but he did not make the Crown Royal 300. He will be out here in the Carolina Nut 27 for North Border Motorsports. And alongside him, Ryan Butcher in the 00. Speaking of Butcher and the entire Shade Burkhart Racing team, that team is on probation until the end of the West Coast sweep. So this race and Auto Club. With that aggressive racing last week at Las Vegas, those 4 drivers have been warned by NASCAR and all put on probation. Brady Burkhart, though, was fined an extra $50,000 due to being in 2 crashes and being very aggressive, even knocking Zachary DeLello out of the way at the end of the race. The rest of the field will scroll across your screen shortly, but we are getting ready to go racing. Jefferson, Peter Onjak. It's Dodge Rams up front with a Ford and another Ram and then another Ford. The top 10, all Fords and Rams except for the lone Toyota of Ryan Butcher. We're coming down to get the command to fire the engines here at Mesa Marin. Let's go ahead down trackside to get the commands for the Coors Light 250.
Drivers, start your engines.
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up this season to bring you the Pepsi Pole Award for the fastest qualifier in all 22 Crown Royal Truck Series races this season. This week, Jefferson, the first driver, not Brady Burkhart, to get a pole. He's looking to win this race. He's up there in points, looking to get that points lead coming out of Mesa Marin. Looking for a good day here in the Coors Light 250. That the engines have fired. 40 trucks rolling off for 75 laps at the Mesa Marin Raceway, the first short track race of the season. Jefferson, Peter Onjak, and then Gibson and Hagen, your top 4. It's an interesting field. A lot of drivers starting at the back that could be fast, like a couple guys starting up front that could be slower. So we'll see a big mix of drivers. 2 drivers to note, though. Riley Spurleytube almost did not make the race. He was the slowest out of the go-or-go-homers, but still made the show. He's starting very far back. But Jefferson and Peter Onjak, they're going to lead us down, looking for the race win. There were no passes for the lead in the Dr. Pepper Dash Series race. That was 25 laps. This is 3 times that. We'll see if we'll see some aggressive racing, see if we'll see any spins. It's 40 drivers, 75 laps at Mesa Marin. The Coors Light 250 is underway. Green flag is out at the Mesa Marin Speedway. Jefferson already pulling away. Peter Onjak tucks himself into second. That's great for that 44 team to get him down onto that bottom line. Gibson in third. Now Hagen, if he can just jump down before Jose Perez gets to him, he's going to get to him, though. Tim Foster already falling back with Stephen Wallace Jr. DJ Gibson looking for the second spot for Zachary Racing already in this race. Now, this track is very short. We might see some lap trucks, but we also might see some early spins. DJ Gibson, though, is going right after Jefferson. This is for the race lead. He's shoving him up the track. It's going to be side by side for the race lead into turn number 1. Now Jefferson throws the block on Gibson, but he is right there, staying right behind that 48 truck. And we are still green for the first few laps here. 3 of 75 complete. Jefferson walks it up the track once again. Here comes DJ Gibson looking back for this race lead. Zachary Racing looking to go back to victory lane, and there they go. Ford has won both races this season. DeLello won the Crown Royal 300. It was Jose Perez last week at Las Vegas, and now DJ Gibson out in front with Jefferson and Onjak second and third as Gibson pulls away. Larry Hagen up to fourth, but look at Stephen Wallace Jr. for North Border Motorsports already into the fifth position. A great run for the Carolina Nut 27. He's up to fifth. Did not make any starts yet this season as DNQ'd both races. Now he's in a spot that he could win this race. But here comes Larry Hagen in that 84, a short track driver. This is the first season he's on a very strong team, and it's Texas Star Racing. That 84 truck, very strong, sporting the name Galloway on the back because he is relief driving. Alex Fletcher will be in this truck next week at Auto Club, but Larry Hagen looking to impress. Caution is out for the first time today. It looks like there Peter Onjak did beat Stephen Wallace Jr. around. It's Sebastian Kukulon around on the back straightaway. His truck is done. Heavy damage there. It looks like Logan Bradley, Matty Porta might have gotten a piece of it as well. And you see Cody Goforth. Again, all the Rockstar Energy trucks look the same, so that's going to be something. But DJ Gibson out in front. Let's go ahead down, take a look, and see what happened to Sebastian Kukulon here at the beginning of the race. So behind a stack up by A.J. Jones, Sebastian Kukulon gets hit in the back by Brady Burkhart, turned sideways, spun around. Carson Bowers gets a little bit of front end damage to that, but Logan Bradley gets a pretty big hit to the front, as well as Kukulon goes up and over in a slow roll. He makes it back to pit road. His day is done. Burkhart just got down to the inside, trying to make a move, and they were really packed up behind A.J. Jones. Kukulon just goes around, flips up and over. We'll bring you guys back to the action here in the Coors Light 250 after these commercial breaks here on the NSDCA. Back live at Mesa Marin, DJ Gibson out in the race lead. Jay Jefferson sits second, and third, Larry Hagen. Texas Star Racing really driving up here. Peter Onjak fourth, Stephen Wallace Jr. in fifth. Tip Foster sits sixth, Austin Murray seventh, Jose Perez eighth, Gatlin Downey ninth, and Irving Allison P10. Anderson Reed, Antoine Smith, a great run for Evernham. Logan Cloud. You also have Ryan Butcher, Alex Peters, Zachary DeLello, Carter Friesen, the 8 of Eli Bright, Anthony Lehman, and Ethan Head, your top 20. And we want to correct something before that I said earlier on in this race. Antoine Smith will be in the 84 next week in a deal with Evernham and TSR, as Evernham is their alliance partner. But Evernham will not enter next week. It will be Antoine Smith in the 84, not Alex Fletcher. Alex Fletcher was supposed to drive in this race, but he actually DNQ'd in the number 21, the part-time entry. But look at the Fords this season. Already, DeLello and Perez have won races. They won the first two. But it's Carter Friesen in the 85 that came into this race is the points leader. Carter, it's a great run for Diego Yepes Incorporated. Let's see if we can find him real quick while he's pacing around. There he is in the 17th position. The Allegiant 85 for Diego Yepes Incorporated. He's trying to pull something out of this season and try to revamp his career. But it is a great run this season so far for him. Brady Burkhart second in points. Zachary DeLello, Jay Jefferson, and Logan Cloud, a fantastic performance for this team. Carter Friesen's own team, Pedal to Metal Racing, sits 13th in this race right now, but they do sit 5th in the points standings. The rest of the top 10 is Irving Allison, Alex Peters, Paul Jackson, a great run for Zachary Racing, Austin Murray, and Dusty Neal for Cloud Foster Racing Operations. He's starting a bit further back in this race, but could be interesting to see what'll happen. DJ Gibson will lead us back to the green flag. You got Jefferson, Hagen, and Onjak. 3 Dodge Rams right behind them. Right behind this Ford F-150. Ford has won both races this season, looking to take a 3-race sweep already, and Zachary Racing looking to put themselves on top. It's still early on in this race. 11 to 75 complete. Sebastian Kukulon, the only driver out of the field, coming down to get the green flag once again. As we head around out of turn 4, the green flag is going to be in the air. DJ Gibson leads us down, and we are back racing. Green flag is back in the air at the Coors Light 250 at Mesa Marin. Flyby down into turn 1 as the whole field dives on in, trying to make those spots on the restart. It is very hard to pass here. It is a one-groove racetrack for the most part, but you can see some action on the outside if you can pull it down. And look at Zachary DeLello getting into the back of teammate Alex Peters. DeLello is the owner of that team, so I don't think he cares that much. But Larry Hagen now all over the back of Jay Jefferson. Peter Onjak was under attack from Stephen Wallace Jr. Now Austin Murray for Lavazza moves into 6th. One thing to point out about this Lavazza truck, if you remember back to Season 1, your Season 1 champion, Peter Onjak, drove this paint scheme before he and Lavazza had a falling out. They are back in the series and driving the same paint scheme that Peter did. So maybe they're trying to see if Austin Murray can go up there, win this race, and kind of show Angiato what they are missing with Lavazza. Now, DJ Gibson out in front, Jefferson second, but Larry Hagen, fantastic performance filling in, 15 to 75 complete, started this race in fourth, moved up to third. There's Logan Bradley in the 94. He's coming off a pit road. They've been saying they don't know if this car is going to be able to make it to the end, so they might have to come down pit road a couple times. 3 wide further back is Anderson Reed in the 41, making an aggressive move for Angiato. Tim Foster starting to kind of coast towards the back, but Anderson Reed making moves. You got Irving Allison. There's Antoine Smith in this 02. We'll go out to the wider angle shot. That's a pretty good looking angle right there. But now Logan Bradley kind of holding up Larry Hagen. Hagen not too happy on the radio with this 94 right now, as that's going to allow Peter Onjak and Austin Murray to get to the inside of him. And Hagen not happy at all with Cloud Foster Racing Operations as well. Nathan Stapleton on pit road, but DJ Gibson continuing to lead this race. Now Peter Onjak works his way under Logan Bradley. That's for the third, or not for the third position. That's not for a position. Hagen now drops to fifth. He's going to be able to get around Bradley now, but not happy with that 94 truck. He drops to the fifth spot. Now has to clean himself back up. DJ Gibson now leads over 4 Dodge Rams, another Ford, another 2 Fords. That is Stephen Wallace Jr. Great run for this 27. He's up in 6th. Gatlin Downey in 7th. Great run for him as well. Anderson Reed sits 8th. He has been involved in one crash at Las Vegas and lost the draft at Daytona and blew his motor right at the end. So the heartbreaking season for the 41 right now. Anderson Reed very far back in points. He sits 36th in the point standings right now. And remember, he is not chartered, so he has to try to make every race this season to make it work. Now, Larry Hagen is being attacked by Logan Bradley. What is up with Bradley? He is right now seated 2 laps down. Nathan Stapleton is, I believe, out of this race or disqualified from the race. I don't know how that happened, but Hagen is just Bradley's just all over Hagen for no reason. Now Peter Onjak looking for the second spot on Jay Jefferson. Onjak and Angiato, this is the rebirth season they're looking for today. They finished 5th at Las Vegas. They had a couple drivers. Everyone finished in the top 20 at Las Vegas. They were up contending for some good runs at Daytona, and right now Onjak sits 3rd, Anderson Reed 7th, and Tim Foster in 10th. A great run here. Now Stephen Wallace Jr. down to the bottom on Larry Hagen. Poor Larry. This 94 really throwing a wrench into his plans as Stephen Wallace Jr. now takes the 5th spot. Maybe that's what he was planning on. This is a Cloud Foster Racing Operations driver driving for North Border Motorsports. Now he's all over the back of Bradley. We'll see if Bradley will just move over for him. It looks like he will, so might have been a little bit of team orders there between him. Oh, Wallace is on the grass. Caution is out. There's a spin on the front straightaway. It's Brady Burkhardt, Christian Vargas. Now everyone's going to have to try to make it through. Hopefully we don't see any stack up, but caution, second caution of the day, 25 of 75 complete. It's DJ Gibson in that 53. Diego Yepes for Shepard. He has to come down pit road. Problems there. Brady Burkhardt. There you see Riley Spurley may as well give the Colorado Rockies a shout out. They are on the truck this weekend for Coors Light, but everyone else will be able to line them back up. There is the fuel tanks last about 115 laps, and we're only running 75. The race length was shortened for this weekend than what was originally proposed. DJ Gibson out in front. We are 1/3 of the race through, and Gibson has taken the lead away from Jefferson. That's pretty much all it's been so far. But Austin Murray is up to 4th. A great run for the 88 team. Watch for them to be the wild ones on this restart. 26 of 75 complete here at Mesa Marin. Let's go ahead and take a quick look, see what happened between Brady Burkhardt, it looks like Christian Vargas, and others. So Brady in yet another incident. He goes too fast, gets into the marbles, and slides into the outside wall, bounces back down, and poor Diego Yepes, nowhere for him to go. Good thing, though, everyone was able to make it around them. So Yepes and Burkhardt bring out the second caution of the day. We'll bring you guys back to the action here in the Coors Light 250 at Mesa Marin. Lights on the pace truck have gone out here at Mesa Marin for the Coors Light 250. and we are having DJ Gibson lead us back around. Jay Jefferson second, Peter Onjak third, Austin Murray fourth, and fifth, Stephen Wallace Jr. One truck a lap down. That's Logan Bradley right there. Sixth, Larry Hagen. Seventh, Anderson Reed. Eighth, Irving Allison. Ninth, Gatlin Downey. 10th is not Diego Yepes. He was involved in that crash. Logan Cloud has moved his way into the top 10. DJ Gibson looking to lead again. The restarts are where you're going to have to make those moves for the race lead. He's going to try to defend on this one. 30 of 75 going to be right here as they cross the line. We still have a lot of racing to go. DJ Gibson leads over 3 Rams and another Ford. Green flags back in the air here at Mesa Marin. A great restart for the 53. And Onjak's already going to look for second on Jay Jefferson. Onjak has not finished in first since Kentucky season number 1 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series, his only career victory. It's been a while since he's finished in second, and now he moves his way up there in that 44, right behind Gibson, hoping for another caution. You might be able to see that. Hagen has made his way around Logan Bradley. He's shoving Bradley back, so that is big for Larry Hagen. He's going to be able to make a move on Stephen Wallace Jr. here. That's for the 5th position, giving him a little bit of contact into the corner between those two. Now Irving Allison looks under Anderson Reed. Reed's going to have to go wide, trying to save it as he walks it up the track. There's Tib Foster. One other driver to point out. Well, there's A.J. Jones, Antoine Smith, Nathan Stapleton. I don't know how he's still out on track. I think he's disqualified, but we'll just ignore that for right now. Carson Bowers and Carter Friesen. That's a battle for 20th. Bowers was the only Onja Auto truck outside of the top 20 starting this race. He's fighting right now just inside it or trying to get in there. Caution out once again on track, and we'll see where that one was this time. It looks like Matty Porta in the 20 team for Sauber Racing Team started this race from the 40th position. It's been a disappointing season for your Crown Royal Truck Series runner-up. They're already damaged. It looks like Maxwell Fye, Zachary Fitzwater also had some damage from an earlier incident. We'll go ahead and see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution of the race. Matty Porta brings out this caution. Alex Peters gets into the back of the 20, sends him into the inside wall, and Porta had it all but saved, and then goes up, hits Zachary Fitzwater, spins around. Sauber Racing Team not having the best start to the season here, and Matty Porta brings out the 3rd caution of the race. Pacing around here at Mesa Marin, DJ Gibson in the 53 out in front. Peter Onjak moved up to second, and this restart could be big. We have 40 to go. Right now, we still have, I think, 1 or 2 more pace laps left, but Jay Jefferson third, Austin Murray fourth, Larry Hagen fifth. One thing to point out, Stephen Wallace Jr. in the 27 team reported a vibration on the 27. They brought it down pit road because it was getting really bad, and now he goes from running inside the top 5 all the way to the back of the lead lap, which will be 35th when they cycle around. Nathan Stapleton in the 49, still don't know what he's doing. Might be a little bit of a fine there for Mid-South Automotive if Stapleton doesn't just quit it. But DJ Gibson out in front, Peter Onjak in second. We've seen how the restarts are crazy, and if Onjak can get a good enough one on Gibson, a dive into turn 1 for the race lead might be in his future. We had 3 cautions so far this race, couple green flag stints. The last one was very short as that caution came out right away. But Peter Onjak in second, hungry for that first career Crown Royal Truck Series win. The 2 guys around him both have them. Austin Murray looking to get one for Mid-South Automotive, but Larry Hagen sits 5th. What a story it would be for Hagen to get his first career win subbing for Jake Galloway. This driver, again, a journeyman. He has never been on a good team and has never been with the same team for more than a season. He's only signed to Texas Star Racing for a 1-year deal, but Jay Jefferson has expressed that he is down for a contract extension when that time comes. And right now in 5th with one of the best trucks in the grid, this 84 team, do not count him out as this race goes on. If he can get up there maybe into 2nd or 3rd, it'd be amazing, but a race win could be extraordinary. Irving Allison, Gatlin Downey, Logan Cloud, Tip Foster, and Anderson Reed, your top 10. Onja Auto doing a great job. And Anthony Lehman, talk about him real quick. A driver who did not make either race. This is his first start this season. He's up in 11th. The short track showdown driver, one of the kings of that series. He's up fighting for a race win here. as this race goes on. DJ Gibson, though, will lead us down, looking to take the win for Zachary Racing. Peter Onjak in the Hershey's, number 44, looking to put that truck into victory lane as well. Coming up to just about halfway here, DJ Gibson will lead us down in the 53. Peter Onjak behind him, Jay Jefferson, Austin Murray, and Larry Hagen, your top 5. Green flags in the air. Onjak with a great restart. He's on Gibson, looking for the lead. Here comes Peter Onjak in the 44, and he's going to try to clear Gibson off of the corner. Down the back straightaway, looking for the race lead. He's aggressive. He wants this race victory. He can taste it. And there he goes, the Chocolate Mobile to the race lead at Mesa Marin, and the crowd goes wild. Peter Onjak to the lead. Gibson back in second. Larry Hagen makes a move under Austin Murray. That is for the 4th position. Onjak pulls away. Hagen is up there. The Dodge is running very well. Look at Tim Foster in the 40 moving on up, and Logan Cloud as well in that 91. Nicky Morris on pit road. It looks like Maxwell, or not Maxwell 5, that was him last season. Kalen Nosler on pit road. And Stapleton somehow still in this race. Stephen Wallace Jr. in the 27 now. He has to make his way back through the field. Now you see Paul Jackson working on Mark Silas there. The 81 team finally has a paint scheme. Now you got Zachary DeLella working with Jose Perez, the 2 race winners from this season, 3 wide, and Ethan Head in the 17 point out the Mercedes power that they're looking at right now. Carter Fries and Carson Bowers making a move on AJ Jones as we're looking back through the field. Dusty Neal, he's 10th in points, but has a lot of front end damage for that. And Eli Bright in a bit of a different kind of paint scheme with the number on the quarter panel, giving a little bit of Keystone Light action there for Texas Star Racing. Anderson Reed now going 3 wide with an SBR sandwich, but Anthony Lehman up to 8th for Butcher Gatorade Motorsports. What a performance today by the Chevron 01, a classic paint scheme in the Crown Royal Truck Series. This is what Ryan Butcher drove to a couple race wins back in season number 1. Up to 8th is Anthony Lehman, Tip Foster 7th, Cloud 6th, and look at Larry Hagen in this 84. He's up to the 3rd spot. The Dodgers are out in full force. There you see Kalen Nosler in the 76, Nicky Morris in the 7. I think they are fine, but Peter Onjak in this 44 is now out in front. 44 is 75, and on lap 44 it will be the number 44 leading. Jay Jefferson in second. A big move by Austin Murray back there. He slides himself up into 3rd. Gibson into 4th, Hagen in 5th, but Logan Cloud fighting there. Look at Tib Foster in that 40. Now Cloud sends it into Larry Hagen. What is up with the CFRO and Logan Cloud himself going after Hagen? No reason he needs to be that aggressive with him, so poor Larry. But now Larry was almost into 3rd. Now he's back to 7th as Tib Foster's going to pass him. And again, Anthony Lehman up to 8th. Great performance. Gibson now all over the back of Murray. Peter Onjak, he's going to have to fight some lap traffic, but he has an old rival catching him. Jay Jefferson, the pole sitter. He had the fastest time in qualifying. That's why he is a pole sitter. But he is caning on that 44 truck. And look at Tib Foster, the road course ringer, the co-owner for CFRO. Is Logan Cloud. These two driving together. You know they're not going to wreck each other, but Tib Foster up to 5th at a track that's not a road course. Hard to see that, but Tib up in 5th. A fantastic performance there. Hagen now goes back to the inside on Logan Cloud. That is for the 6th spot, and Hagen is hungry. He wants a top 5 run. He wants a great run in the Truck Series. The last time he was up this high was with Outside Line Sim Racing last season at Richmond. Short track driver by heart. Now looking for a move on Tib Foster. That'll be for the 5th position if he can make it work. And he will. Tries to make it stick. Further back, Anthony Lehman clears Logan Cloud up to 7th for the 01 truck. Couple underdogs up front now that Stephen Wallace Jr. isn't the underdog up here. But up in front, Peter Onjak worked his way around Kalen Nosler. Now Nosler trying to come back, maybe even wreck that 44. But Jefferson now sits behind them. Austin Murray, though, is the big hitter. That's a very fast truck back there. It's a bit of a more wider angle shot as DJ Gibson lost the lead. He's back to 4th. 5th, Larry Hagen. 6th, Tib Foster. 7th, Anthony Lehman. 8th is Logan Cloud. 9th, Irving Allison. 10th, Ryan Butcher. Carson Bowers. Look at Onge Auto. Last season was horrific for this entire team. The most DNFs out of anyone. All 4 trucks DNF'd, I'm pretty sure, both super speedway races. It has been a heartbreaking Season 4, but Season 5 is the rejuvenation. The new package being ran at Las Vegas was a bit of a chaotic race, but Daytona and now Mesa Marin putting on at least some solid racing, and Onge Auto's Carson Bowers from outside of the top 30, he's all the way inside the top 15 looking for a top 10 run. Now Irving Allison makes a move on teammate Ryan Butcher. SBR finally bringing Butcher into the limelight. Looks like the short track's working for him. Cloud going after Anthony Lehman. Tip Foster there, but Larry Hagen all over the back of DJ Gibson. That's the battle there. Austin Murray clear into second, and now he will chase down his old owner. Murray in this 88 truck, the fastest truck in the grid. He's a very strong short track racer. Mid-South Automotive has the short track setups down. A late race restart, we could see Murray jump on Jack, but we're seeing right now Peter might get jumped by Austin. Austin is flying. Hagen is back in 5th, but Logan Cloud makes the move for 6th. Tip Foster up there, Irving Allison. Just another look through the field as Carson Bowers wants to get inside the top 10. On Giotto right now, 2 trucks in the top 5, 2 trucks in the top 10, 2 trucks outside, just inside the top 15. Also, Dusty Neal there. The damage on the 97, not looking to hold him back much. He's been 14th for most of this race. DJ Curtis up in 15th, a great run there. Ethan Head, though, let's talk about the underdogs here real quick. Ethan Head in the 17. He is running this race very strong for Mercedes. He is up to the 17th spot. AJ Jones 18th. Brady Burkhart basically dirt tracked it off of the corner there, but he's top 20 after spinning out earlier on. Now you got Antoine Smith in that 02, kind of running a bit further back, but he's trying everything he can. And looking the rest of the field. The lap traffic, though, starting to pick up. Peter Onjak in this 44. He has just under 20 laps to go before he could possibly win his first truck race and first race in a while. Jay Jefferson, big run on Austin Murray. Vargas kind of held him up, and now Jefferson down to the inside of Murray, looking for that second spot here at Mesa Marin as they go. Murray on the outside, Jefferson on the inside. If Jay can pass him, that might be much better for Peter to see, because Peter was losing a lot of time to Murray, but Jay wasn't really gaining. Now Jay runs in right into the side of Maxwell 5. 3 wide for the second position with a lap truck. And Murray's going to be able to go right back to the inside. The crossover there working in Austin Murray's favor. Jay got into 5, and now he clears for the spot. But Onjak has made his way past Zachary Fitzwater, an ex-Onj Auto driver there. Zachary got his first and only career victory in an Onj Auto truck. Now Jefferson back to the inside of Murray. The battle for second really starting to heat up here in the closing laps at Mesa Marin. Now Austin Murray up the track as Jefferson will clear for that spot. The Rams out in full force today. They're right now for the top 5, as well as Tib Foster back in 9th. But Irving Allison is up there. One thing we just need to point out, sorry about leaving that, but Carson Bowers up into the top 10. Caution is out. They're trying to get through. Onjak's trying to slide through. I think he got through. Did Jay beat him to the line, though? No, Peter was able to beat Jefferson to the line, but Jefferson came shooting on through. Big crash on the front straightaway, and they're all stacking up back there, trying to get through this one. Wow, it looks like some great avoidance there by a majority of the people. They're not going to have damage. They were all just kind of stacking up, trying to get back in line, but a big crash on the front straightaway. Mark Silas with heavy damage. Onjak kind of skirted a couple people, but I think he should be all right as Nicky Morris is going to jump by him. There's Jay Jefferson. Antoine Smith might be in between. Austin Murray, heavy damage to the 88. His day is done. Zachary Fitzwater, heavy damage. Matty Porta, some damage as well as Yepes and Faye. They're going to try to come on down, get some of that repaired. But a big crash on the front straightaway. Austin Murray, the big loser out of that one, in the Lavazza 88. That will be the end of their day, a top 5 truck, and they are out. But Peter Onjak is in the race lead. We're going to be restarting inside 10 to go. He has Jay Jefferson right behind him. Antoine Smith holds the gap to DJ Gibson. This race will be exciting, but we will go ahead and take another look at what happened to bring out our 4th caution. The crash today here was Ryan Butcher. His truck, an issue with that, and it slows down rapidly right past the pit road entrance, so he's not able to get back around, and it's just going to stall in the middle of the track. There could have been something. He could have gone to the bottom, but stalls right in the middle. Alex Peters hits the wall, then Carter Friesen comes in, and then it's just a stack up behind as everyone's trying to get through. The tires are old. It's hard to get slowed down, and Peter Onjak up on the top, trying to beat Jay Jefferson to the line. That was important. Carter Friesen in the 85, though, on board with him as he got real sideways, then ran right into the side of Butcher. Doesn't look like he tried to move at all, so interesting strategy there. On board with Austin Murray in the 88 Lavazza Dodge. He is on the outside of Jay Jefferson. A great performance today by Austin is going to be cut short. He got into the marbles, tried to get through it, and they were all just stacking up. Broke way too late. Austin Murray out of this one. Bring guys back to the action here. at the Mesa Marin Speedway for the running of the Coors Light 250. The final laps of this race, Peter Onjak, Jay Jefferson will lead us back to the green flag. Coors Light 250 will head into under 10 laps to go before we go back racing. Peter Onjak sits in the race lead, poised to win his first race in 4 years. Jay Jefferson sits second. In third, DJ Gibson, but they have Antoine Smith between them. We'll see how Antoine will play this. Larry Hagen sits fourth. Christian Vargas, a lap truck. Gatlin Downey fifth. Carson Bowers, a very speedy truck. He's sixth. Irving Allison, seventh. Eli Bright is eighth. Cloud ninth. Foster 10th. Reed 11th. 12th, Curtis. 13th, Neal. 14th, Jones. 15th, Ethan Head. But Peter Onjak's going to have to defend hard on this restart. Austin Murray was strong all race. He's out. Anthony Lehman, heartbreak for them. They are out. Fitzwater, Yepes Butcher, Faye, pretty much Stapleton, but he's still driving, and Sebastian Kukulon are all out. Kalen Nosler, what is he doing for this restart? They're all going to have to try to work their way around him, but because he has to get to the back, I guess. But Peter Onjak, Jay Jefferson are going to lead us down to green. A chaotic race we've seen. Some insane stuff here. Kalen Nosler's just going to get right back in it. Green flags back in the air. Jay Jefferson right on the back of Onjak. Will he be able to make a move? No one else. Gibson is going to be too far back. Those lap trucks are in between them. Onjak has Jefferson on the back of him. Coming off of the corner. Peter Onjak in the race lead, but Jay Jefferson sits second, ready to strike. 2 trucks on pit road. There's Gibson making his move around Antoine Smith. Now Jefferson is right there on Onjak looking for this race lead, but he goes wide. Peter Onjak is 6 laps away from his first win in 4 years. Coming down, it will be 6 to go this time by the Hershey's Menards 44. Menards has joined the team and given them a bunch of funding for this season. Jay Jefferson all over the back of them. These two fought for the championship in season number 1, coming down to almost a dead heat. Now Jefferson fighting him. Gibson third and Larry Hagen fourth. Bowers is clearing to fifth. Downey's clearing to sixth. Looking at the rest of the field. Does not look like, hopefully, we will be able to see this race through to the end. Now, Peter Onjak out in front in the 44. Trying to hang on. He goes wide. Jay Jefferson runs it tighter. Trying to catch that 44. Peter has pulled away now in that 44 truck and looking for this race win. He goes a bit higher once again, maybe trying to save those tires. They have 71 laps on them because no one's had to really pit. Battle for third is DJ Gibson is getting worked on by Larry Hagen. Carson Bowers fifth. Logan Cloud, Gatlin Downey, Eli Bright, they're all up here. But the driver we're watching, Peter Onjak in this 44 truck, is just 3 laps away from his first career victory in the Crown Royal Truck Series, the Season 1 Mountain Dew Custom Series champion. We have said the Mountain Dew Custom Series champions do not go on to do good things in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Onjak, no wins in the CRTS. Tib Foster, he got his 1, but it was a big struggle to get there at Mosport last season. Carson Bowers is still winless, and he's on Anjado as well. Jake Galloway has now been injured and will not be able to drive the next few races. Peter Onjak is going to get the 1 to go. Jay Jefferson is too far back. Hagen has moved into third. Bowers is fifth. But Peter Onjak through 1 and 2. Anjado has gone through so many struggles, and they said this year is going to be the redemption. Well, it's going to be redemption for Peter Onjak. It's been so long, and he gets to celebrate in victory lane. Peter Onjak wins the Coors Light 250 at Mesa Marin. And what a finish for Anjado. Tib Foster comes home 9th. Anderson Reed comes home 13th. But Peter Onjak, the big boss, is going to be able to win this race and go to victory lane. Jay gave him a little bit of a congratulatory bump there, but Peter Onjak in the Hershey's 44, who would have predicted that he would have gone to victory lane? A fantastic performance by Peter, and Anjado is back, baby. They have won for the first time in the Crown Royal Truck Series since Tib Foster last season, and it's Peter's first win in the CRTS. Bit of a chaotic short track race, but that's what you get when you come to the CRTS at a short track. Of course, this track was one that helped us replace North Wilkesboro and Phoenix on the schedule. But a great race nonetheless. Peter Onjak, he made that move on the restart, dove under Jay Jefferson, and that was the race to the win. But the move of the race has to be coming back to the caution. Jay Jefferson almost beat Peter to the line because Peter went up high and slowed down. He almost lost that race right there, but Peter just edged him to the line and was able to start first for the restart. A race here at Mesa Marin ends with a bunch of fenders bent up, a few tempers flaring, but a big feel-good story taking home the victory. Peter Onjak is your race winner of the Coors Light 250, and we'll see you guys next time on the NSDCA. We will be out at Auto Club, a fan-favorite track as well, a very big track on the schedule. But these guys will be racing at Auto Club while the Mountain Dew Custom Series heads out to the deserts of Phoenix. A great performance by Peter Onjak and the field. Jay Jefferson, DJ Gibson, Austin Murray all had cars to beat, and it was Peter Onjak taking home the win. The point standings are definitely going to shake up at this point as Peter entered this race 11th, but a lot of big guns will drop to the back. We thank you guys so much for watching the CRTS on the NSDCA, and we'll see you guys next time. A great performance at Mesa Marin and its Auto Club next week. See you guys next time on the NSDCA.